Hey y'all! And welcome to the Sorry Not Sorry Generation podcast, where we bring you a not-so-healthy dose of humor and reality as we get our hands dirty with some serious nostalgia and question everything.
Let's dive in.
Hey y'all!
Hey y'all!
And today, we are watching... I didn't introduce us.
No, you did. You're just not excited to watch Vox Machina.
Hi, I'm Misty.
It's Ani.
Today we are watching The Legend of Vox Machina. Yay! So we're going to be watching The Legend of Vox Machina, and the idea is to get through the whole first season at least. We'll probably watch season 2 as well. But we're going to do them about 2 episodes at a time, I think, because the episodes... How long are the episodes?
Let's see. They're not horribly long, and there's only, I think...
Yeah, there's only like 30
half
minutes.
an hour.
So we're going to watch 2 episodes, like... More 2 Legend of Vox Machina episodes per episodes for the podcast, and so our idea
that'll put us at 6
Legend of Vox Machina episodes. So our idea going forward is that in the past we've been doing review episodes that are just movies, and we'll do series like we did Twilight and we did Harry Potter and stuff like that. And
but they are long movie series.
Yeah, but in the future and stuff like that, we'll do like Star Wars and stuff like that at some point. But we didn't want to just do large series and things like that. So our idea is to start a new series, but to start them as TV shows, like The Legend of Vox Machina or the Helluva Boss series, which is on YouTube. We decided if we're going to tackle a new series to change it up a little bit and try this format instead. We really liked the way we did Helluva Boss, and that was a lot of fun for us, and it was nice just to like start a series but not have to watch all of it in one sitting. So what we've decided to do is we're going to trade off watching Helluva Boss and The Legend of Vox Machina. So once a month you're going to get an episode of us watching 2 of those episodes, and we'll go back and forth between the series, which it'll take a little while. There might be like a month or so where we like watch more of this, but it's this way so we can continue a series, but also one of the other weeks that we can watch something else. So it won't be.
We cannot get rid of our D&D slot. Not happening. Sorry. No. Bye.
And our other slot is tea time. So in case you guys haven't noticed our pattern, every month we have 2 review episodes, and then we have we have 1 tea time episode, and then we have a D&D episode. And so we're just kind of trying to play around with our review episode slots. So one of them is always going to be either Helluva Boss or Legend of Vox Machina. And then the other one will just kind of be like an unknown situation of whatever we're feeling for the month. Or maybe we're just feeling Legend of Vox Machina or Helluva Boss, and we'll watch, we'll do an episode of each in the month. But going forward, we do have some themed things coming out. So we're going to try and keep up with that and stuff like that. So because in June and July, we do have some themed months coming up. We'll tell you about that when it gets a little closer. In April, we will have a themed month as well. And
don't forget, it's already Valentine's Day.
Mm-hmm.
We've had a themed month since the beginning of the year.
Well, I mean, was January a theme, though? Did we really theme that? We've themed this month, but I don't know if I'd say we'd themed January. Because we didn't really watch anything New Year's. We did a New Year's episode. But I don't think we really watched enough.
Fair.
Yeah. So, but going forward, we're going to try and we'll do a couple of theme months here and there. We've got a couple planned out, and
she says here and there when really we've mapped out the entire year for.
That's fair.
We've
mapped out most of the year.
I mean, come on. February, Valentine's. March, St. Patty's. April,
don't spoil all of it. It's got to be a surprise.
Okay,
we don't have a theme for May, I don't think. Maybe.
No.
We have one for June and July. I don't think we have one for August or September. We do for October and
obviously
December as well. So, that's fine. There's a couple of, looser things in there. And in those months where we don't really have an ongoing theme, maybe we'll do an episode of Helluva Boss and Vox Machina, or maybe we'll just watch something else. Like at some point we want to watch Disney movies, and at some point we need to start Star Wars
I
and things
know
like
you're
that.
just
So,
completely dredging Star Wars, but
but like one of the things about doing these series, these TV series, is to break that up so we don't spend several
forever.
review episodes in a row watching one series. So, like, we don't watch all of Star Wars at once. We don't watch all of everything because, like, as much as we enjoy Harry Potter, it was literally all we watched for
For a
months.
year, like almost like
It was so
it took
long.
us so long.
It was so long. It was 7 months of watching.
There you go, 7 months.
It was well, I don't know if it came out over the course of 7 months because it was like an episode, like a part per thing. But we would record the parts together in one sitting, so we might have
Yeah, we would
recorded.
usually watch the whole film in one go,
Yeah.
but still.
So it was probably, we'll round it down to maybe like 5 months because of the way our schedule worked out. So it's still, that's a lot. And the same thing with Twilight. Like it was a lot to sit and just watch one series. And like as much as
Over
we
and
enjoy both
over
of those
and
things,
over
like
again.
it does get old. So we've decided to trade it up like this a little bit. The Helluva Boss series will be a lot shorter. It's the first season for them is only 7 episodes, and we've done the first two already. So we'll probably well no, it's 8 episodes technically because episode 0. So we've got a few more episodes. We've got 6 more episodes. They're really short. We might split them in two each. We might split them in three just because those episodes are like 15-20
Yeah, they're
minutes.
really
Yeah.
short.
Yeah, so we've got probably at least 2 more Helluva Boss episodes coming out to cover season 1. And then season 2 at the moment I think only has like 2 episodes out, so we'll see if we'll do Helluva Boss season 2. But if we do that, we will get through Legend of Vox Machina before we start season 2 of Helluva Boss. So it's just a way for us to change up the content a little bit, change up what you guys listen to. That way it's not stagnant. And maybe you guys don't like one of those series. That way you're not getting bombarded with several months worth of just the one series. So it's just to keep everybody entertained, including us. So, but it should be fun. I'm super excited about both. I love Hell of a Boss. I think I literally watched all of it in like one sitting.
I
Um,
believe that because it's again, like I said, it's
it's
short.
it's
I
super
could probably
short,
do the
but it's
same thing.
yeah, and it's also super entertaining. So, but and then Legend of Vox Machina, I've been meaning to watch. I've seen the first couple episodes. I did watch them when they came out. Like the first, I think the first 2, maybe 3 episodes when they first came out. But I am super familiar with Critical Role in general, as anybody who's listened to our D&D campaign can attest to, because our D&D campaign is set in Exandria, which is where the world of Critical Role and the Legend of Vox Machina is set. Um, our campaign is on a different continent than this, so how
So you won't
it's
know. I
like,
don't know. You probably
yeah,
might.
like I do know a lot about even the first campaign, even though the first campaign is the only one I didn't like watch a whole lot of. I've seen a lot of the second campaign and a lot of the current third campaign, but they are in the process of animating their second campaign. And if and when they animate their second campaign, that is the one continent that our campaign is set on. And I'm super excited for that because then I can show you guys what the world you're in looks like so a little more accurately. So I'm super excited about that. So, not that where our campaign goes and where the Mighty Nine go will cross over anytime soon because you guys are starting in an area where their campaign ends. So,
Yeah, okay.
they have to meet in the middle somewhere. So, but it'll be a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to all of that. I'm also super looking forward to watching the Legend of Vox Machina and my some of my favorite characters, which is Percy. I fucking love Percy. Um, and Keyleth. I love Keela. So actually, Keela's probably my favorite, and then it's Percy. He's a dramatic bitch, and I do mean Percy when I say that. And anybody who knows anything about campaign 1 will agree with me. He's a dramatic bitch. I love him, but he's dramatic.
Okay.
And like that, woe is me goth boy dramatic. So,
Ah, yes,
but
yes,
with a
yes.
gun.
Oh,
So,
with a gun. Yes.
He invented guns. He invented guns in this world. He is the creator of guns and the reason they exist. And it's just like, okay, Percy,
Yeah,
you got
I
issues.
yeah, and it screams Misty. Misty's
A
type.
little. Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Alright.
So we're going to start this off by watching the first 2 episodes of The Legend of Vox Machina. And yeah, I love to watch the little details of like what I know was game mechanics from like them playing the game, and like that's why shit fucked up because I know somebody rolled really low, or like they don't know something because like their stats in that really sucked. So, but as we go, I guess I'll explain a little bit about the characters for anybody who hasn't seen it as we go too. So, um, but yeah,
Are you ready?
so I'm very ready. So let
Okay.
us get into The Legend of
A
Vox
Vox
Machina.
Machina. An Amazon original.
They went with Amazon because it was the only people who wouldn't make them change a bunch of shit. Because they wanted to make it PG. Everybody else wanted to make it PG, and they're like, no.
No.
They're murder hobos. Like, no.
No.
Look how pretty. All those corpses.
A time of peace. Oh, look, corpses. Oh, Jesus.
Immediately somebody's dead.
Oh, my God. Yep. Well, just got his head sliced horizontally in half, and that one got burnt to a crisp.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah, those legendary heroes dead real fast.
The narrator is
Matt Mercer.
Matt Mercer, right? Yeah,
Mhm.
okay.
And the person talking now as that general is David Tennant.
Yes, yes. It is. It took me just a bit to figure that out. I'm like, I
Uh-huh.
know this. Ah, there it is.
Yeah. Lady Alora. And there's Grog, the barbarian. He can't read or write.
Why do we always play drinking games with a guy twice our size? That's a good question.
Yeah, because Grog's not going to lose.
And there's the little forest witch that just says, I can't take that.
Forest witch. She's a druid.
I know.
She's also the heir to her people.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
She's an elf. And then the two over here with the dark hair,
They're twins?
Vaxildan. Yeah, they're twins. It's Vaxildan, which is the boy, and then Vexalia, which is the girl. They're half elves. She's a ranger, like Jazara is, and then Vax is a rogue. I'm not looking for trouble. Vox Machina is always looking for trouble.
Vox Machina has Val energy. Or Val has Vox Machina energy.
I would say Val kind of has like a cross between like Vax and Scanlan energy.
Yes!
Like
Yes!
there's a cross between Vax and Scanlan energy that's happening.
Yes, I fucking love Scanlan.
Uh-huh.
And Vox.
And then there's Pike, and she's the chick with the white hair here. She's a cleric like Asha is.
Right.
She's also one of those don't fuck with me kinds of people. She's like real sweet until you piss her off.
Yeah, but she kind of really got on my nerves at one point.
Oh, Pike?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's Percy. I think his full name is ridiculous, and he gets made fun of for it all the time. His full name is Percival Frederickstein von Musel Kowalski de Rollo III. And he introduces himself that
Ah.
way all the time.
Yeah. Really?
I
Why
like
does
he
this
looks
happen every time we go out drinking? Really?
he was like, why do we get into bar fights every time we go drinking? Oh, and they have a bear. A full-sized bear named Trinket, who lives in a necklace.
Cute name, and he's got
Armor.
the armor. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't want anything to happen to him. And then Scanlan, fucking
Scanlan naked with a liar or banjo or something over his junk.
It's a liar, yeah.
A liar.
Yeah, Scanlan's a bard. He's the stereotypical horny bard.
Poor Percy. He's like, I am at a horrible angle.
It's like, I've got thrown through a wall, and now I have to look at your naked self, Scanlan.
You drink me dry. Oh my god! She's like, no, go back down there. Just cut to the next scene and just legs up in the air.
Yep, Scanlan's having a good time.
We don't have any money because we're
Despite the
poor.
fact that she just handed Vax all of her money.
Yep. Aw, no
And
one
they got
likes
kicked out of
him.
another bar. And, like, Amon, the city that they're in, like, they say they gotten banned from every tavern in Amon. It's not a small city. It's a fucking capital of a continent. Like, it's not small.
There's no way they could have gotten barred
It's
from
the fucking
everything.
LA of Taldore. Like, it's not small.
Nah.
Pike's like, why don't we do something good for once? I'm like, no.
No. The druid, what's her name?
Keyleth.
Keela. I forgot what I was saying because
Vex.
Vex and his sister just went, fuck you.
Vax and Vex. That's their names.
Vax and Vex.
Yeah. Keela's just like, why are we doing this? Like, the twins are in it for themselves. And they're like, fuck you. And Grog just wants to murder everybody. And he's like, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just like, Percy doesn't want to be seen with us in public. And he's not even
Yes.
looking at them. Scanlan just goes to pee
Takes
in
a
front of
piss.
a wall.
Alright, and he's peeing on someone's knees now. What Scanlan needs is to see that sign in the parking lot in downtown Los Angeles that says,
Don't be here.
please don't pee here. Have culture. Lots of money. Oh, I can see his balls.
Imagine, look at those stairs on that fucking castle.
I didn't need to see cartoon Scanlan balls.
The bear's your problem? Really?
Right?
That's what has to wait outside? Look how big those doors are. Like, holy shit.
And the bear just sits there all sad.
It's just like, do you know how many stairs I climbed? Oh, then the last messenger never returned from Whitestone because of the Briarwoods? I wonder why.
Right? I wonder why. Who the hell are you? Honestly, we don't care. I just love listening to David Tennant talk.
Uh-huh. Scanlan's gonna sing.
I know
He
it's like
did this in the campaign. He sang a lot in the campaign.
I know. And it's just I just can't get over it because I cannot get to that. I can't even see myself even doing that.
Oh, yeah, no, there's a reason none of us are bards. No.
Forget which one is which. Oh god, he's gonna rap.
Yeah.
No!
Yeah, he did this shit all through the campaign.
Poor Keela's still puking in the bag. Like, I
They
can't.
literally just put on a whole performance for the king.
Their reputation is
Like,
less than stellar.
The king is like, well, they have a bear, so
Right? That's his that's the selling point. They have a bear.
like they have a bear. Like they all look like drunken slum dwellers at the moment.
I mean, that's an apt description of what they are.
See, that's one of the things I was talking about. The way like Vax and she holds her head like she has a headache because
Yeah.
that's a game mechanic they're trying to figure out how to explain. The fact that she has a sense that when dragons are near, she gets alerted, and that's an ability that she
And
has.
that's how she gets
And
alerted.
they're trying to explain it in the game.
That makes sense though.
Look at the pretty sky ship. Those crystals that are around the ship
Yeah.
don't get really fully explained until the third campaign.
Fucking Scanlan comes in to ruin the moment.
Scanlan has no sense of timing.
Gnome. I wonder how Val would do on a airship.
You gonna find out. I'll put you on the moon.
Which one?
Kinda. They're like, "We're literally just in this for the money, lady. Like, just the money."
Seriously, the lady, we don't care. Just money.
Yeah.
Don't fuck this up.
It's like the skyship thing was a one-way ticket. You will be walking back.
And Scanlan's like, that's fine. We'll get paid though, right?
Mhm. So they've been sent on a mission to find out what's been destroying villages, and they've been dropped off to this area to go find out what it is.
And Kayla talks to the trees.
Yeah, Keyleth can talk to trees. It's a spell, actually. Speak with plants.
Fair. Scanlan, you little prick. Just
It's like
tormenting.
Mr. Fisherman, if that is your real name. It's probably not. Pike is just like, you want me to perform a blessing? Sure.
Which is kind of weird because she's a cleric.
Yeah, she's a cleric of the Everlight, though, and not a lot of people are aware of the Everlight.
So? Even the guy's just like, you sure?
It's like she,
Are you a wizard? No. Vex is the farthest thing from a wizard.
You know, Vax is showing him how to do the little coin trick of you flipping it over your fingers.
You know, the one you saw Johnny Depp do in
Yeah.
Pirates of the Caribbean?
Yep.
You heard wings beating.
And a storm. Okay.
I wonder what that could be.
And those are some big trees that knocked down.
Trinket found a big old footprint.
So now they're traversing down a mountain.
I mean, I wonder why no one just blurted out dragon?
They didn't know it was a dragon.
But I mean, come on,
There are giant flying things in the world.
Okay, fine.
Now they found
I'll give you that.
human footprints, so.
You hope they're human.
That's fair. She's got her little sixth sense tingly ranger ability headache.
A little high pitch, I have a migraine coming.
Uh-huh. Oh, it's a goat. It's a mountain goat.
It's giving me Sir Goosington vibes.
Yeah.
Oh,
the goat's dead.
The goat's dead.
And that's definitely a really big fucking blue dragon. And at this point in the campaign, they are such low-level characters. And that is an adult fucking blue dragon. And the different color of the dragons tell you what it is, what their elemental ability is. So, like, blue dragons spit lightning.
Okay, that's fair.
That's a D&D concept.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like that in Fairy Tale, too. The different dragons are different colors.
Yeah. But all, like, red dragons breathe fire. All, you know, like, it goes that way. So, black dragons are poisonous. There's the main colors, like the red, blue, and all. And then there's the metallic colors, too. So, and those ones are slightly different. The ones that are, like, main colors, like red and blue, like that, are all by nature completely evil. Like, pure evil.
Oh, okay. That's
yeah,
great.
The metallic ones are not. The metallic ones are usually neutral or good. And they are getting obliterated by a dragon.
What level were they here?
Oh, this is towards the start of their campaign. Fuck. 5, I'm gonna go with. I'm not really certain. I know they were super low level at this point. So.
Wow, they got more level than we do.
Well, yeah, but I wouldn't throw a fucking full dragon at you either.
I wouldn't be surprised if you did, though. Like, if a giant kraken came out of the water from our last episode, last session, like, I honestly thought there was a kraken coming. I'm like, no, it's just the king of the harpies. I'm like, oh.
They're level 9 here.
Oh, shit. They're level 9 and they still get wrecked.
Yeah. Level, like, 8 or 9. I had to Google that.
Satisfied? You killed them.
Yeah, the dragon crushed them under a bunch of the mountain.
Trapped in the drone's ass!
Yeah, this is what rock bottom feels like, getting crushed by a bunch of rocks.
Thanks to Keyleth for the giant shrub. Keyleth is in, like, complete shock.
Keyleth has really bad anxiety. She's an anxious child. She's also pretty young, all things considered.
That's fair. Grog, it's just a flesh wound. I can see your ribs, sir.
There's a lot of bone right there.
Weakling. My Asha is stronger than you.
Pike fully fights a god at some point. In a battle royale between all of them, Pike won.
Okay.
Don't fuck with the cleric. Ashton has a lot of potential to be one of the most powerful people ever. Because the
Yeah,
thing is,
I
like, she can kick your ass and then heal all of the damage you do to her. And so, like, she just will guarantee that if she does enough damage to you, she can just keep healing herself and she'll be fine.
yeah, Asha at full level is gonna be a scary thing to cross.
Especially if she ends up multi-classing.
Oh, yeah.
So, the reason Vax and Vex hate dragons so much is one destroyed their village and
The-
killed their mother while they weren't there. And because of her
Some,
ability, she can tell one of the council members of Amon has something to do with the dragons because she can sense it.
and of course we have Mr. Creepy Elf guy.
Creepy, creepy Creeperson
Yeah, Creepy Creeperson.
from Creepsville.
To take, to fill the slot of you look menacing.
Yeah. The thing about Pike is that because of Ashley Johnson, who's plays Pike, her job required her to leave town a lot, so she couldn't always be there. So Pike's
Oh,
character will come in and out of the episodes in the
that's why
campaign.
Pike just fucking left.
Yeah, because she is under contract as a voice actress and had to constantly
Yeah,
leave for work. So her
that's fair.
characters come and go, and continues to do so in their second campaign too, as her second character comes and goes a lot too.
Okay.
But they explained Pike's coming and going by her like being able to like spiritually project herself wherever she needs.
Yeah.
And the party gets back to the village they were just in with like the kids and everything, and it's been wiped off the map.
Everyone is dead.
Yep.
So much for your healing spell. Not healing spell, your blessing.
Blessing.
Oh, there's someone making a noise. And he's not gonna make it.
I don't know if like the fact that her not being able to heal him was like a thing that they did in the campaign because like they were out of spell slots, or if because Pike wasn't actually there to heal this child.
Oh. I mean, she must have been there, I think.
No, I don't know because like I don't know if at that time like Ashley
Oh,
Johnson was there
oh,
and like all
oh.
that. So. I love Grog. He's like I don't like losing, but now I'm feeling things, so
I don't like to feel.
only smash. No, they're gonna go fight a dragon. Oh, if only it was just one.
Right? And Vex is just, no, Vax.
Vax is
Vax?
the boy.
No. The girl.
Vex.
Vex. God, I'm gonna get that fucked up constantly. Vex is like, well, you all know we're gonna die a horrible death, right?
Yep. Yep. Pretty
And on
much.
that note, episode 1 is over,
Yeah, we've gotten through all of episode 1. It felt really fast. So,
right? And they're just like, yeah, well, we're about to die, right?
uh,
It's like, yeah, we're aware.
the reason they start at like level 8 and 9 is because they started their campaign without streaming it. And they decided to.
Yes.
So, there's a whole bunch of it that's like nobody's ever seen because it was before they streamed any of it. And they actually, like how everybody met and everything. Um, they released a comic book series. In fact, they're still working on it. It's called The Origins of Vox Machina. And they
Oh,
put those first episodes down in comic book format so people can go back and see how they all met and stuff like that. So,
cute.
yeah.
Let's get to episode 2.
So, who is your favorite so far? Or do you have
Who,
a favorite yet?
who is my favorite so far? Vax.
Vax. That's fair. He's pretty cool.
It's Vax. And then a close second is Scanlan.
Scanlan. Scanlan's pretty cool. So,
Scanlan's
Scanlan's
a
hilarious.
whore.
Scanlan is a whore. He's very much a whore. And he owns it. Like, I should send you a video of some of Sam Riegel, the person who plays Scanlan, the songs he made up during the campaign. Like, because he made up all of the songs that Scanlan sang, most of them off the top of his head. So, and usually
How?
I have no idea. He's very good at it. He does it all the time. So, But he writes a lot of the music, like the intro music for
Okay.
the campaign too. So, but
He's just musically inclined.
he's
Bastard.
very musically inclined, and some of them are really good too. Some of them are shit, but like on purpose. But a lot of them are really
Shit
good.
on purpose, yeah.
So, but yeah. So he writes most of the music and stuff like that. A lot of them are like riffs off of like real songs and stuff like that. So, but he'll do them like to the tune of real songs and stuff. So, but I'll have to send them to you because it's fucking hilarious.
Yes, please.
Yeah. So, but so far, well, not so far, but like my favorite characters are Keyleth and Percy, and it's always been Keyleth and Percy. So,
I see Percy. Why Keyleth?
well, it like I really was drawn to like Keyleth and her character growth like over time. Like I some people were annoyed with Keyleth and her character, especially in the beginning. I got to tell you, people were not nice to Marisha Ray at all about her. Like they were mean to that woman
Why?
because they hated Keyleth. And Keyleth, the thing about her is you have to understand is she's socially awkward and very anxious and very young, like very anxious and very young, and
She's what, like
she's
18?
something like yeah, she's pretty young.
Yeah.
She's somewhere between 18 and I think like 21, something like that. But this is her first foray from home, and everything like
Yeah.
that. And like a bunch of shits happened and she left home because she's supposed to eventually become the leader, but she left so she could learn to grow and grow strong enough to take on the trials that she has to pass in order to become the leader of her people. And but she's a very anxious person. She's very insecure about her abilities and everything like that. And she has a hard time believing in herself, and she has no like self-confidence in herself either. So like it's not that Marisha Ray played her as a bad character or anything like that. It's just that you have to understand the kind of character that she is because Marisha Ray plays her very well.
Yeah.
She's just not the typical D&D character you would expect. And people just gave her all kinds of shit for Keyleth. Just all fucking kinds of shit for Keyleth. There was a lot of cyberbullying that happened because
That's
of people did
horrible.
yeah, because people didn't like Keyleth, and it's just like and I think that's one of the things I liked about Keyleth, is that I liked the way that Marisha Ray played her and she was very different and she was very genuine. I also really like druids. I love druids. It's my favorite D&D class. Um is druids, and if one day like if we do something else I'll play
A druid.
yeah, but like a specifically the star druid. That's really fun. You turn into a
Okay.
constellation. It's really cool.
Oh.
Yeah. But like it just I really enjoyed the way she portrayed her character and just all the effort she put into it. And like I liked both Marisha Ray and Keyleth all at once. So, and like Keyleth grows into being exceptionally powerful, and she has a huge amount of magical potential and stuff like that too. So, I like the fact that she plays her as somebody who's very insecure and has a lot of like self doubt and anxiety, but actually goes through the stages of growing her character out and
No,
not just like
she for sure goes through like a legit character development arc.
yeah, she does, and, like, that's one of the things that I really liked about her character and the way Marisha Ray portrayed her and everything like that, is she actually puts in the work for all the character development and doesn't just go, like, gung ho fighter, like, I'm the best of the best, It was different, and I enjoyed that, so but, and Percy is just because I have terrible taste in men,
Well,
so
I know, like I said, I already know why the Percy one. So,
mhm. Yeah, Keyleth, in all honesty, my liking Keyleth surprised me too, because normally that kind of character really irritates me. Like, we're all aware of my dislike of, like, Hinata from Naruto and, like, Orihime from Bleach, and I fucking can't stand that. And in some ways, like, even Lucy from Fairy Tail before she got her shit together. But like the meeker like woman and stuff like that tends to piss me off. But I liked Keyleth because I thought instead of just being like afraid for the femme fatale point, like she was like afraid because she was genuinely had reasons for fear, you know,
Yeah.
and it was an actual part of her character that was developed on over time, and I liked that. So, but I like Keyleth. She's one of my favorites, and I just like the fact that she grows and she works on herself. So, and isn't just like a murder hobo. So,
Isn't
not that I
just a
don't like
murder
the classic
hobo.
murder hobo because that is Percy. But
Percy is a murder hobo. Yes.
yeah, but yeah, I think Keyleth is my favorite. She also has like at the end of the campaign, the girl can turn into a fucking dragon. So like, and control the weather. So yeah,
Uh, an attribute that Val really, really, really wants to turn into a dragon.
yeah. Beast shape, I think is a ninth. Yeah, I think that's a ninth level druid spell. I don't know what other classes get that actually, but I can find out.
Probably
Uh,
not
Vax
for
has
me.
something that Val's going to want. Vax
Vax.
absolutely is going to get something that Val wants. So
The girl?
no, the
No, the
boy.
boy. What the
Vax.
hell does Vax get?
You're gonna find out.
Okay.
I don't know if he gets them this season. He might not get it until next season. But I've seen the video footage, so I know he has it within the show. I just don't know at what point that he
Okay.
gets it. So,
Something to look forward to.
mhm. All right, let's start the next episode. Oh,
Alright, let's go.
shape change is a druid, a warlock, and a wizard spell. Doesn't come to sorcerers.
Ah,
Now you could polymorph yourself. You'll learn
nah.
polymorph because then you can turn into a lot of different things as long as you've seen it. So you just need to see a dragon at some point.
I've only seen a gingerbread dragon.
That's fair.
I don't think I want to turn into a gingerbread dragon.
You don't know.
That's fair.
You don't want to be a grandma dragon.
With gumdrops for spikes.
I guess technically the king of Amon isn't a king. He's the sovereign Uriel.
How did they get David
It's
Tennant to join them?
Sam Riegel. He knows them. He was the director
Ah,
on something that David Tennant worked on. There's a
lucky.
there's a very famous cast here in this first
Oh
season. The
yeah.
chick who played Rosa is one of the characters too from Rosa from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. She's one.
Yes.
Yeah, she's one of them too.
She's also Mirabel.
Hmm. But yeah, there's a lot of very famous people in this first season. Oh, the dragon's back, attacking the armies. Stand your ground. It's a
It,
full dragon.
that shoots lightning. Like, what are you gonna
Yeah.
do?
I don't think your little arrow is gonna do much against the lightning dragon.
No, you're cooked. Literally.
Why didn't you start with the catapult? You had like ready the catapult. Why did you not start with that? Yeah, I don't think one
Lol.
catapult's gonna do it against a full adult dragon.
You just pissed it off at that point.
Uh-huh. Dragons come in stages of strength, by the way, based on age. Like there's
Okay.
the young one, there's a baby dragon, there's the young dragon, there's the adult dragon, and there's the elder dragon, and that's the elder dragon's the one that'll the elder dragon is a step above this dragon.
So this is an adult dragon. All right.
Yeah.
Oof.
Oh, yeah.
Dropped
From a
dropped onto a rock
huge
by a
height.
dragon.
Yeah, yeah, that'll do it. That will
That
do it.
was there was a scene in this movie that I watched
Yeah.
that very much had that vibe, but I didn't see it coming in the movie, and it's in
Yeah.
Midsommar.
Okay.
That movie fucked me. Like I know, okay, I know now. When I started this, I was hanging out with my friend before she moved away.
Yeah.
All right, so we're at her apartment, we're eating dinner, and we're watching this film, and I have no idea like what she's about to put on. She says we're
Mhm.
gonna watch Midsommar. I'm like, sure. I don't know what the fuck that means. Now on top of that, we also decided we were gonna do some acid.
Okay. I
So
love
we're
how you
on.
looked for your mother first before you said that. Now pause the show so you can finish your story.
So we drop some acid, we're eating and we're watching, and again, I know nothing about
Mhm.
this movie. And I am so hyper focused right now on that movie. Like, cause the drugs are they're kicking in, but I'm not getting the swirlies everywhere. It's just I am just hyper focused. I am in this movie. And I'm just going, I have no idea what's gonna happen. And we're watching, and we're watching, and I'm just going, I don't like where this is going. I'm like, they're not really, they're not, nope, they did. They 100% did, holy shit. I'm just going, what? Because it's a whole thing about cults in like
Yeah.
Sweden or something. And I'm like, oh, to Denmark. I don't know. Don't come at me for where it's at.
I love how we say that too. Like, don't at me and don't come at.
No,
No one has ever added us or
no,
come
but
at
I just,
us.
I'm gonna cover my ass just in case.
That's fair. I mean, I do it all the time, especially with
Yeah.
D&D. Like, don't fucking at me about these rules. Like, no. But yeah, I love that we do that. We've never gotten added. Never once have we been added.
But we get through the movie, and it keeps moving, and we keep watching it, and like it gets to a point where I actually start to question my own sanity. Well, not my sanity, my own reality, because I see shit moving. Like she is wearing this giant flower crown on like a flower topiary type like uh throne,
Yeah.
and I'm just staring at the TV intently going, I'm seeing these things move. Because like I'm seeing like the flowers like twist and bloom and whatever, but it's so minute of a detail that you'd miss it if you weren't so hyper focused on it. And I'm going, is this really happening, or are the drugs really kicking in right now? Because I can't tell.
So which was it?
It's actually in the movie. Because
Okay.
I look over at my friend, I'm like, are the flowers moving? She's like, yeah, it's part of the film. I'm like, oh, okay.
Honey having a crisis over fucking flowers.
Like, I can't tell. I need to know.
I should put a filter on this zooming just so it just slightly moves these flowers that are right here, just like just a little. Just kind of go back and forth. Just like what's happening? Just move my drink so you can't really see my hand and just go.
Yeah, but see, I know I'm not on drugs right now, so it wouldn't really question.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean I can't try to make you question your sanity. Like shit.
Fair.
Where's the fun in that if I can't do that? So
I'll give you that. That's fair.
all right, episode 2.
Let's go.
Let's go. It's like, what is it? It's a fucking blue dragon.
Yes, dragons are insanely calculating.
Yes, very much so.
Me, I'm gathering intelligence.
Yeah.
We sorely lack. It's basically
Dude.
they're here.
It's like, oh god, they're still alive.
We know.
It's just like, what do you mean? Would you kill it?
How did you survive? Yeah.
And they're like, how did you survive? It's like, oh, that's trade secret. Sorry. Like, we hid. We hid until it flew away.
Why don't we barter with it? Yeah, let's just give it a handshake and some beer and call it a fucking day. How's that gonna work?
Is that not what you usually do for a dragon?
I mean, the king's right. He's like, what would you have me do? Like,
It's true.
I don't think they're working with him. I think it's them.
Which one do you think it is then? Do you think it's all of them?
No, I won't say because I know.
Okay, that's fair.
So I won't say who.
Gilmore!
We're flat fucking broke, yeah.
It's like the way he dotes on you, you're not gonna have any issues, Vax.
Yeah, Scanlan, tell me your ideas.
It's just like, tell it to my bear.
Tell it to my bear.
Gilmore's glorious goods.
Oh, this guy, that's right. I love Gilmore.
Me
I'm
too.
sorry. He's my favorite character.
That's valid. I love Gilmore.
The fucking flirting between him and oh, I love it.
Oh, yeah.
All you have to do is take your clothes off and you get everything you want for free.
Pretty much. Like, Pike's like, I'm here. Please keep everything on.
Tusk love. This fucking smut.
That is a book that's from the second campaign.
Leave it to me to find the smut.
and they're like, "Look, we can't afford anything. Can you just please give us some information?"
Well, no one knows how to kill a dragon.
It's like
Thanks.
nobody's sure.
In a gorge with a twin. Why does everything on an adventure have to be so cryptic?
Like the worm can only meet its defeat in the gorge where the twin rivers meet. Yeah, that's helpful.
What gorge? What worm?
But it's just like there's so many gorges in the world. Like really?
Uh, if we make it out alive, I owe you dinner, Gilmore. And Gilmore's like, no, no.
No, you
You
owe
owe
me
me
more
your dick.
than that. You owe me way more than that.
You owe me your dick and then some.
Oh, Grog, he's like, what are we doing?
Creepy little taint raisin.
Yep.
The description here.
Oh yeah, very colorful descriptions. To be fair,
Scanlan, you are the brains of nothing.
next
Featherhead,
to
yeah.
her stupid feather head.
So Scanlan hides in the mead.
That Grog is drinking.
That he just burps up.
Hmm.
I mean, I don't think Grog had any complaints about drinking that whole tankard.
Not at all.
Nah.
Look at those bridges. Just so very high. Suspended like that, like shit.
You really want to think through if you want to go through there.
Uh-huh.
Skanky goat groper. Oh, Scanlan. Oh, Scanlan.
Grog's like, but I really want a sandwich.
I'm hungry.
And they got him a sandwich.
What he needs is a Sam Winchester Scooby Doo crossover size
Yeah,
sandwich.
just a
That's what he
giant
needs.
cartoon style sandwiches. Set Scanlan on fire.
Oops. It's just a damn fucking door.
And this is where Vax comes in. There's a reason you like to have a rogue in your party.
You literally just unlock the giant door with a toothpick.
Yep.
While
Maybe we all just go to check the trap door covered by a rug.
Vex is like, you do this, you did that, and Vex is like, no.
Yeah, she's like, no.
He caught you blue-handed. Krieg is planning to... You were saying?
General Krieg stabs him in the back.
Did you not notice the eyes? He's not in league, you fool.
Just like you think he's in league with the dragons, you wish he was just in league with the dragon.
Nope, you don't got him.
No, you do not, my dude.
Uh,
Keela's throwing a little bit of shade right there.
When I first started watching this show, and I heard General Krieg, I'm going, for a first, I'm like, it doesn't sound as deep as Gobber.
Yeah.
From How to Train Your Dragon.
Uh-huh.
But I know that. And then the way he says certain things, my mind just went, there it is.
Yep, David Tennant.
There's my doctor.
That spell that Pike is using to see
Yeah.
the magic is a spell called Detect Magic.
That's Detect Magic. And Asha has that, right?
She might. If she doesn't at the moment, she has the ability to get it, yeah. That way you can tell whether or not things are magical in nature or not. A portal through the Dragonborn's ass.
Through the ass.
He's like, Scanlan, look, my hands, they're in the booty.
I'm just gonna keep a lookout. No, you're not.
It's just like, now we're in a giant cave.
It's kind of how I felt earlier while playing Hogwarts Legacy. I'm just like, where the fuck did I end up? I started exploring. I'm only at level 3 or 4 of the story.
Look at the way they look with all of the gold. They're like, oh, gold.
Look at all the money. And now I'm getting
so cursed.
I'm getting total Aladdin vibes here.
Oh yeah.
The Cave of Wonders.
Dragon hordes, especially by chromatic dragons, super fucking cursed. Super cursed.
Those are pretty. Those are probably part of the dragon. Hi. It's got eyes.
It does.
Did I do that?
Like, did I do that? I didn't do that. Did I
Brim scythe.
do that? Brimscythe.
Now, in this world, can all the dragons shift into human beings, or just a
If
few?
they're powerful enough, they have
Okay,
to. It has to be acquired power.
I gotcha.
You can't tell me that doesn't look super fucking painful.
It does,
Transforming from a person into a dragon. It
or
looked
it
like
could
it hurt.
feel, or it could feel very relieving because your natural state is a dragon.
True. And they're getting their asses handed to them by the giant dragon.
Are you all right? No.
Like, no, I've been electrocuted many times. Fools, I'll devour you all.
Scanlan, please move.
Scanlan, time to run. Immediately just screaming for Pike. He's like, oh my god, help, help, Spike, help. Pike and Scanlan are both gnomes, by the way. They're different types
Yes,
of gnomes, but they're both gnomes.
they're both small.
Vax is like, oh shit, yeah, Gilmore did say things besides flirting.
What was I gonna ask? Shit. Damn it, I was gonna ask something about this and I completely forgot. The neck. That's where the twin rivers meet?
Yeah, it's got the veins right there.
Yep. Well, why are we calling it a worm? A dragon is not a worm.
So in D&D, it's not WORM, it's
WY?
WYRM, and that's another way to say dragon. I call them the worm.
Ah. Okay. Oh, yeah. My question is Percy's guns.
Yeah.
Does he have unlimited ammo or.
No, he has to make them.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a whole process of like buying gunpowder and like all, which is not called gunpowder. It's called, I think they call it black powder.
Okay.
And like all of this other stuff, and he has to make them and everything like that. And his gun can misfire. It has a chance of misfiring, which is quite high. And if it misfires, it breaks the gun and deals him damage.
All right.
And he has to reload it every certain amount of shots. It's fine
Why
if
did.
you're a high level like fighter who could, who has this ability, but when you're at the lower levels, man, like every other turn you spend it reloading your gun.
All right. And how do they
Well,
survive that?
Scanlan.
Oh, they're
It's a
illusion.
illusion. Yeah.
Smart.
Keelan's like, oh fuck, I gotta fight a dragon.
So you can do it, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it.
To be fair, if somebody just put you in front of a dragon, you'd probably be thinking to yourself, fuck, I gotta fight a dragon.
I just feel like, we're fucked.
Yeah.
We're fucked. I'm sorry.
Keelan, in all honesty, is what everybody would be in this actual situation as a normal person.
Scanlan's giant punch.
Scanlan's hand.
As
It's
he
a
sings
whole
it.
running gag, that hand. Scanlan's giant hand.
But why did he throw it horizontally and not vertically?
Because the twin veins are one on each side of that neck, so he's exposing all of it.
Okay. See? Things I don't think of. Yeah, let's
Who
go
would
rage.
like to rage? For a barbarian, they can go into a rage, and every time Grog wanted to go into a rage, or Travis Willingham, he had said, I would like to rage. And then he would go into the rage.
I love it.
Me too. It's very hard to kill a barbarian. They have a stupid amount of hit points.
Smashed that dragon's head in half.
Yep. Grog is ridiculously strong. Just rip off a dragon tooth. You can't tell me that's not Val vibes right there.
I was thinking about that. I mean, that's something Val would do 100%.
I don't know if Val would put it in her pants the way Grog did, though.
No.
Not really into having giant dragon tooth that's all bloody down your pants.
I'm not a fan of, or Val and I both are not fans of having excess shit on our bodies.
Fair.
You can be nostalgic as you run. Let's go.
Run and throw it, Vax. Jesus. Run and throw the coin. Now they're declared heroes.
I also can't believe I'm honoring you all with this. Where's the money? Where's our reward?
Yeah, they win a house.
It's like, thanks, but we still need money.
It's like, no, you're not selling the house that we gifted to you.
Scanlan.
they're all literally, for the most part, homeless. So like
They
having
are
a home is
homeless.
great. So
I'm ruining a moment.
they suspect that Krieg might have been part of a larger plot. Ooh.
Well, no shit. Krieg did say we,
Yeah. And the giant rug that had the heads of all of the different dragons on it was a little bit of a giveaway. So,
right?
ooh, now we're looking at the Briarwood.
Ah, look how pale and gaunt this driver is.
Yep.
They were giving me very much from Blood and Ash uh people in power vibes.
They're pure unadulterated evil.
Yeah.
Yeah. To the point of murder, torture, slaughter, what accounts to soul stealing.
Aren't they
Yeah,
vampires?
he is.
He is.
Lord Briarwood is a vampire. She's a necromancer. So,
Yes.
Silas and Delilah Briarwood.
I'm surprised Silas didn't lick his glove clean.
Not enough decorum for that, darling.
Fair. Fair.
And they're on their way to Amon. So, we've officially watched the first
First
two
two episodes.
episodes of Vox Machina, which is that these first two episodes covered so much content, like from the campaign. Like most of this was all like pre actual airing of the campaign stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Because we didn't the in the campaign for Critical Role, you don't actually see them destroy the blue dragon, to my
Okay.
knowledge. Um Everything with General Krieg, it was pre-stream, so before they started to stream it. And then from about this point forward is when the actual stream's going to start picking up, because their encounter with the Briarwoods is about that time too. So and then so the next episodes will involve the Briarwoods, Percy's backstory, and all of that too, which he's a tragic being. So, but
They're
that's
all
the
tragic beings, and that's why we love them.
Percy's is especially tragic in this. He's very goth for a reason. So Vax is goth because he's a dramatic bitch, but like Percy is a dramatic, like a goth bitch because trauma. So
Because
much
trauma.
trauma. So much trauma. This man now has children. Like, so he's got a lot on his plate. So, but yeah. So what do you think so far?
I mean, I love it. It's stupid.
Yeah,
It's great. It's funny.
yeah. It's
There's
all of the things.
bloodshed. It's all the things that we're doing in
Yeah,
the like while we play, but also I can't wait to get to this kind of level shit too.
yeah. It's all of the good things about like a D&D campaign. Like it's funny, it's ridiculous, it's weird. It's awesome like epic fights and stuff like that too. So, but yeah, it's part of the fun. So,
I'm excited.
woo, yay. Now, do
Yes.
you so far have any pairings for any of the members of Vox Machina?
What do you mean pairings? Like,
Couples that you ship?
oh, couples that I ship.
Hmm.
That Vac Vax. Vax and Gilmore.
Valid. Very valid.
Vax and Gilmore.
That's fair.
Anybody else? I I I kind of
It
ship Pike and Grog.
Okay, I can see that. They've been friends for like a really long time. Well before like they met up with like the rest of these guys and stuff like that. So, um but yeah,
That's
because
about it.
they've been friends for a super long, and they're BFFs. So Grog
Okay.
and Pike, they're BFFs. So
Like I 100% ship, like I said, Vax and Gilmore, but I have
uh-huh.
a feeling that Vax and Keyleth are gonna date. I don't know.
You'll find out.
I really hope that Vax and Gilmore just bang. Just I like that combo.
the thing is like, this is Critical Role's campaign 1. They're on to campaign 3. I know what happens. I know
Yeah.
all of the end pairings and everything like that, but I'm going to keep that to myself. However, the amount of time it's going to take to get to the point where you find out is a long time. It's a long time.
Damn.
You might come across it in our campaign before they make it into an episode. So,
Damn it.
like it's a while. I know the end pairings for everyone.
I will have to ask you off recording.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. So, but yeah, I love it. I love the show. I love the fact that they went through like several studios to get to the point where they went, because everybody wanted to make it into a cartoon, but like make it for kids. You know, they wanted to make it
No.
PG, and they kept saying no, like it's not, you can't PG this. Like it doesn't make sense that way. Like it needs to have all of the gore, the guts, the
Yeah.
jokes and all that. Otherwise, what's the point? Like they told them our fans raised $11 million
$1 million.
to do this correctly, not for you to fuck it up and make it all PG, or even PG-13. Like no. So if they're like, if we're gonna do this, we're gonna do it right. And then they went and eventually they talked to Amazon, and Amazon's like, yeah. And I don't know how you would approach it and like not be like, yeah, when they're bringing most of their own budget. They brought
Right?
$11 million and the cast to the table. Like we have the main cast because everyone at that Critical Role table is a professional voice actor. They're all
It's like
in.
like studios. We have brought you the money. We have brought you the cast.
Travis Willingham is the voice of Roy Mustang. Like like they're professional voice actors.
And they're just
So
like, why you no let us do?
yeah, and it's just like they're bringing you the money, they're bringing you the cast, they're making their own music. Like they're bringing their own fan base pre-ready to go. Like
They just need you to put it together.
yeah, they just need you to put it on something. So, and like Sam Riegel did a lot of the casting and stuff like that. He called a bunch of the famous people that were involved in it because his phone book is just littered with very famous people. So, but and they had all this support and everything like that, and they kept saying that if they're gonna do it, they're gonna do it correctly. They raised $11 million in one Kickstarter.
Damn.
Their original goal was only like to try and produce like a 2-episode little like a 2 little
Yeah.
episode special, and like their farthest stretch goal was only like $500,000 or $750,000.
All the fans said, "Take
They're
my
like, take
money."
my fucking money. And then yeah, within like a few, like I was in like a week or two or something like that, they had $11 million, and it was just like, you've got to be kidding me. So, but yeah, so they had no. But then again, the very first time they sold merchandise, they sold shirts. They at the beginning of the stream, they made the announcement like, look, we're selling these shirts and everything like that. And then they were continuing through some of the other announcements. They didn't finish the announcements before all of those shirts were sold out.
Wow.
Yeah, and because they did, I think they said they did like 15 or 20 like per size and stuff like that before they finished the announcements. Like they were sold out, and they're just like,
It's like,
okay,
do not
these
underestimate the
the path
ferocity of dweeb fan bases.
critters. They're called critters.
I mean, I'm not talking about like dweebs as in just people who play D&D, because
Yeah,
I'm one of them. But I mean, a dweeb for anything. If you follow
Mhm.
anything, it's gonna blow up. Like
Yeah,
Disney merch, D&D shit, Loungefly, whatever. Like
yeah, that's very true.
we
But
are
the
gremlins, and we do not leave the house, and we just go take my money.
yeah, and the critter fandom, which is the name of Critical Role fans, just they came out hard when they wanted that special. They're like, yes, we want a special. And then so they went to Amazon, and some people were kind of pissed because they're like, well, now I have to subscribe to something, like that I didn't have before. And I'm like, okay, first of all, like you were gonna have to subscribe to something no matter who they went to, because it was gonna be a streaming service. Because like some people were mad they didn't put it on YouTube, and they're like, look, it had to be through a studio. We can't animate this stuff on our own. Like
Right?
we're not animators too. but most people were pretty happy because like a lot of people have Amazon Prime and stuff like that, and it's worth getting if you don't. So, for a lot of reasons, not just the show, but like, and then they were like, okay, well, we made a season one. Don't know if they'll want a season two. They're like, no, Amazon's like, we want a season two. Give us a season two. Like you came preloaded with your own fan base. We'll take it. Like,
Yeah, it's like, and even the fans are like, you better give us a season two.
yeah,
We
and
gave
they're
you
just,
all this money.
it's just like we gave you. It's like you guys showed up with $11 million. We will make you a season two. Like that's fine. So it's just like, yep, let's do that. So I mean, the Critical Role is the largest like D&D like live streamed campaign that's out there, and
That's awesome.
every Thursday night they have like tens of thousands of people who watch them live, who
Where is
play.
it on Twitch?
No, you can watch it on Twitch, but you can watch it on YouTube too. They do live on both. So, but yeah. So it's interesting, and you can watch all of the back campaigns on YouTube. But I love watching them. Like I don't get to watch them like consistently, and every episode that you watch is like 3 to 4 hours long, so it's an odyssey
Yeah.
to sit and watch it. So I don't get to keep up on it very often. Like I'm very behind on campaign 3, um and I need to catch up on that before they just get too far away from me. But like it takes so long to sit and do it, because like like the same thing with our sessions are 3 to 4 hours, and you have I like, guys, I know after editing they're only like 2 or 3 hours long, but like when we play them it's like a 4 hour thing.
It
So
is.
but it takes a while. Like if you think about what you do in that 4 hours, like with our last session, we finished a fight, and then we had like in the game from our last session, I think not even 24 hours passed, and it took us 4 hours to get through that. So it's a thing. Some like it takes a while to get through some of this stuff, and it's easier if you can put it into like an animated way, like these TV shows, is you can take a lot of episodes and condense them down into one episode, because if it takes you 4 hours to go through 24 hours and your episode goes through a
Yeah.
couple of days, like it's not such a big deal. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, so I imagine that's the hardest part. That, and like figuring out how to put D&D mechanics in a show. Like that would be difficult, just be like, hey, like explaining how Vex knows when the dragons are there. Like that's a ranger ability. Jazara has it, but with the things that live in the Underdark.
Makes
So
sense.
yeah, so and like you
Mm.
choose the different types based on
Question. I totally
hmm,
forgot.
sure.
When the nameless city got attacked, did
Yeah.
Jazara feel it?
Yeah, that was one of the things, like when she was up on that tower, like she kept feeling weird, and like there was
Okay.
like
Yeah.
that
All
buzz.
right.
Yeah, that's part of it. Yeah.
Okay.
So, but they were using significant magic to cloak themselves with major illusion and a couple other spells to like cloak their
Which is why they
incoming
just
presence.
they showed up like that.
Yeah.
Makes
Yeah, and then
sense.
like the spell dissipates and then you can see them all, but it was also interfering with her ability to sense them. So like she could tell there was something there and something was coming, but she was having a hard time because of the magic that they put out there. So, but yeah, she could also tell where they were as they're chasing you guys too, like through the
Okay.
Underdark. Yeah, she could tell where they were. So they have to be in a certain distance of you to do that. But and it works better if they're like, rangers have a favored terrain, like mountains, forests.
Yeah.
In Jazara's case, the Underdark. So her ability of like favored terrain isn't really going to come into play, unless you guys go back to the Underdark. Um, but giving her something else didn't make any sense, because it's like she lives in the fucking Underdark, and Underdark is a terrain, so like that's her favored terrain. But
Makes sense. She wouldn't know anything else.
yeah, her sensing abilities of those things works much better in the Underdark. But it only qualifies for certain creatures, like Vexalia. Hers is dragons. Like that's her favorite enemy. That's dragons. Jazara's is
Underdark creatures.
Illithids. Yeah,
Okay.
it's Underdark creature specifically with the Illithids. Um, but every ranger picks like a different terrain and a different enemy and stuff like that. You can pick trolls. You can pick humans if you want to. You
Oh
can pick all
god.
yeah, you can pick all
You pick
kinds
a
of shit like
human and
that.
you're surrounded by them. It's like, I
Yeah.
have a headache.
I can't remember what subclass Vexalia is, but Keyleth is a moon druid, which means that her druids, like their big ability, depending on what subclass you're in, is they can change shape into animals. And moon druids have the largest ability and range to change into animals. Like they have, you'll eventually, as the episodes go on, Keyleth will change into a bunch of different animals, including a saber-toothed tiger, which is like one of her main go-tos.
Nice.
But that's her special ability as a moon druid. There's star druids, they can turn themselves into constellations instead. Every druid has the ability to turn into animals, but the types of animals that you can turn into drastically changes depending on like whether you're a moon druid or you're something else. So because it's a lot harder for people who aren't moon druids to do it. But there's wildfire druids, which are focus on like fire magic and stuff like that. There's all kinds of different types of, there's spore druids whose abilities are based in mushrooms and stuff like that too. So, but
Aren't
it's
we glad that Asha's aunt is not a druid?
Jucinda. You don't know that Jucinda's not a spore druid.
What?
You don't know what Jucinda is.
That's true. I don't know what you said is.
I don't know if Jacinda knows what Jacinda is. So, to be fair, she has a deep love of mushrooms. Maybe she's a spore druid. Maybe she's just on acid. We don't really know.
she's
That's up.
on she's on shrooms.
She's on shrooms. That's that is for sure. Like she's a she's a full vampire. So like that kind of shit can't really kill her.
But it'll fuck her up.
So it does other things to her instead. So it's just kind of like, okay, you all right, Jacinda? And
No.
she's fine. She's real chill. So, but it definitely would have killed a lesser person many years ago. So,
Yeah.
but Jacinda is like her brother, um, and is very old. She's very very old. So is Ash's dad, Ash's grandfather, and her aunt Jacinda are all very old. So their mother was alive during the calamity.
Oh.
Yeah, so they very old. So
Asha's mom likes them old.
no, their mother was alive. So her grandmother, Ash's grandmother, was alive during the calamity.
Yeah. I'm saying
They,
Asha's mother must like older men because her.
well, Ash's mom is a drow, and drows live a long time. Not quite as long as a vampire, but a couple hundred years is easy. So they're those high elves. They're not quite Lord of the Rings style where they've lived for eons, but the drow, as long as you're a full elf, you'll see a couple hundred years easy. So
All right.
so but he is older than her, likely by at least a century. But like it's not such a huge age gap
Okay.
in the way maturity happens between the two
Right.
species. So like they're pretty even. He's a little older than her. Like if you were to equate it, like I would say 10 years, like in human years kind of a situation, maybe like probably
Okay.
bump it down to between 5 and 7, I guess.
That's not
So
terrible.
yeah,
It's
it's not
meowing.
that
I
bad.
hear it.
Buck, he wants out of my
Oh.
room. So, but yeah, so like it just depends. It's one of the reasons like when I made the school, I really had to sit and think about how that fucking school was formed. Cuz I'm like I don't want to separate everybody by race, but every race like matures at a different fucking rate. Like the hobbits definitely are maturing. Like they don't reach their the human equivalent of 18 for halflings is like 35. So like you can't have 18-year-old halflings and 18-year-old humans in school at the same time because those are equivalent of very different ages. So like it was a whole thing of figuring out like, well, I don't want them all separate all the time, but I don't
Well, you
want
should
them
just. You can probably just have like them. I was gonna say you can do the school where like instead of going by how old they are in age, you can
Mhm.
just do it by how old they are in maturity. So like
Yeah,
The
I did.
6-year-old humans will be in the same classes with like the 20-year-old halflings. I don't know how the math works.
Yeah, like I did that for for some of the years when I made it. My problem is that because 35 is the age of maturity for halflings, but it only takes 18 years for a human. So there's a couple of years for a halfling that would be the equivalent of like human 6, you know? So like, but you still have to move forward like every year. So
Yeah.
there, I did it so that in the very first stages of education, everybody is together when they are at
Okay.
that equivalency stage. But you know, like when you're very, very little and like just you just want to play and you don't really give a shit how old or anybody is or stuff like that. So like they were all everybody is together at the very beginning, but then as that maturity like separation starts to grow, then people get separated out in groups. Like
Okay.
tieflings and humans like mature at a very similar rate, so they're in classes together. But like the vampires, the Damphere, and like the Drow are together because they mature at a much more similar rate
Okay.
and stuff like that. So like, and you don't get like a total separation until you get like very specific age points that are different. So, but
Makes sense.
for the most part, like they went from being all together to being grouped kind of separately to being grouped a little more separately, but still together and stuff like that. And even at that stage, where like there's an age gap and stuff like that, there's still like some overlapping in classes that are for certain like electives and things like that. So
Yeah, and that makes sense. And like I don't think and I highly doubt that anyone who lives there would have an
yeah.
issue.
Nah. And then like the amount of years you go to school is different. Like the humans and the tieflings are only going to school until they're 18, but the halflings have to go to school for longer, so they're there until they're 35. So
Yeah.
like
Sorry you develop slower.
it's just like, you age slower, so like like it you're learning most of the same information. You're just being given to it at a different pace. So but yeah, so like that's kind of the route that I went when I made the school. And then like there's just the one school. Like that's just all there is to it. So I didn't want to make more than one school or anything like that. There's just the one school.
Oh.
So because I didn't want there to be like an elite school and then like a public school and like all that. And though the 5 families do have separate training in certain schoolings, like extra classes and stuff like that for their children. So especially the dwarves in particular had a lot of extra training for their kids. So and all of the extra classes Val probably had to attend. So
Let's not talk
etiquette
about how
classes,
you know Val is sitting in those
politic classes.
Val is sitting in all those classes just trying to think of what can I do
And
to keep
those
myself
etiquette classes were
entertained.
taught by her
Her
mother.
mother. If
Yes.
not by her mother, one of her mother's extremely trusted friends or
Yep.
whatever, like underlings, and they
Oh
will
yeah.
report everything right back to her. So Val is just fucked.
Yep. The political classes, some of which are taught by your mother, some of which are taught by your father.
Now, see,
So,
I would assume most of the political ones will be taught by dad, since dad governs a lot. Mom knows the
some
other side of stuff. Mom knows
yeah.
like the balls, the etiquette, the
She
foods, the
Yeah.
decorum.
She would have taught Val, however, at like when Val hit those those mid teenage years, like the equivalent of like 15,
Uh
16,
huh.
would have started teaching her how to navigate politically better as a woman and like how to use some of that. What's your other question?
My other question is I mean it's a question for me, but since you're the DM, I must ask you. Has Val undergone any like sensual training as
No,
part of her way around the politic? Okay.
no. No, your mother is horrified at the prospect of you dating, and that would be a rigorous, rigorous inspection of anyone you so much as looked at for more than 2 seconds. Your mother, the second you make eye contact with somebody for more than 2 seconds, is there and is vetting that person like nobody's business. And just, in the show the movie Turning Red. The
Mhm.
mom who freaks the fuck out at a drawing. Yeah, yeah, kinda like that. A little more subtle about it, not a lot. But what
You
Val
literally
maybe
described my mom, because I kid you not, we were walking down the street around, like, we just because we're doing, like, a longer loop around our neighborhood.
uh-huh,
We get to the street side, like, right where the In-N-Out is,
uh-huh,
and we turn, and people are looking at us, and I see them,
yeah.
and but, like, I swear to God, I saw it happen, like, I'm watching it from the corner of my eye, and my mom gives them one hell of a, like, a side eye, that I see them go from looking at me to just, "Nope."
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
yeah.
That is Val's mother as well. So,
Yeah, that's great.
what Val probably doesn't know, however, is while her mother is upfront about being terrifying about anybody who looks at Val or Val looks at, it's her father that's the really fucking scary one. Because he threatens them all with a smile on his face and reminds them all he can have them sent to prison at any given moment, and they will spend the rest of their days in a hole they will never get out of because he's the reason that anybody gets in or out of it. So, and he says all of that with a smile on his face, claps them on the shoulder, and then
And then
walks
walks
away.
away.
Yeah, yeah. So your mother would love to like set up something and like vet like these people and like know all of their criteria. Your father's just shutting all of it down before it starts terrifying anybody. So like you might look at somebody and like your mom is like paying attention to the people you're looking at, but your dad's looking at anybody who's looking at you. You are his only child and his only daughter. Like, no, 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 no. He is standing there like he is also a tiefling, and like that is like horns activated, tail is
Yep.
active,
Tail
like
swishing, just
laser focus. Like, so yeah, yeah. Your mother's up front with the terrifying, but your father is the more terrifying of the two in that
That makes a lot of
situation.
sense.
So yeah, your mother would be horrified at the idea of somebody holding your hand. So like there's none of anything else going on. So
It's
if
inappropriate.
if Val has ever had a date, it is after hiding it from her mother or because it was arranged by her mother.
We're gonna go with it was arranged.
Like, and it's always chaperoned.
Of course it is.
Always chaperone. But yeah, no, I think maybe one time, like, cause a guard or somebody has to like follow around, and maybe before your mother was quite aware that like maybe Val complained to her mother that she doesn't like these old people following her around only when she's supposed to be on these dates. It might have gotten like Jazara to do it because like here's somebody who's more in your peer group before she realized that her and Jazara were friends. Zara would have spent the entire time following them around, just alternating between, oh my fucking god, I don't want to be here too. How do I fuck with Val? Every time without this person noticing, and she would. And like every time like
but
Val
but
would make contact with Jazara, she'd just be like, mm.
but see, you wouldn't be fucking with Val. You would be fucking with the guy. Because you know, if it was an arranged date via Val's mom,
Uh-huh.
Val is not having a good time. Val doesn't want
That's
to be
fair.
there.
That's
So
fair.
you like Val and Jazz would just have concocted something and be like, eye contact, language is just I look at you, you do this, we move on.
Like dropping a casual comment. It's just like, oh well. Have you eaten any more of those fireworms you found the other day? Just pulling out fireworms out of your pocket, like, "Meh." Just like I'm so glad you asked, just to freak him out. Yeah, no, that's definitely, especially as they get. I feel like her being put in charge of like the chaperone things would have been early on in their friendship,
Ah,
and like when like Val was like a teenager and like a young teenager and stuff like that, and so it's like them kind of starting to get to know each other while like
through
fucking with these
debauchery,
people.
yeah.
Yeah, like while fucking with people, it's just like yeah, no, that makes sense. And then going to report everything that happened to Ash like right after
Right?
that. I can see that. So yes, Val's had some very uncomfortable dates. Whether she's ever had any in secret, like that are of her own choice, is up to you. But you've had some very uncomfortable setups. So,
It's fair. I can see that.
it's very uncomfortable, like walking in absolute silences and stuff like that. So, and the
Ugh,
population of the city is not huge. So, like
no.
all of your mother's like noble friends who have children around your age is you've probably had to either been set
Slim.
up with or have had to avoid in some way. So,
Uh-uh.
oh yeah, so those have been fun. So whether or not Val's dated anybody is up to you, but like in
Okay.
secret. But or if was ever interested in any of the people that her mom set her up with. Probably not, but like maybe. So that's up to
I'm
you.
gonna go with no.
It's just like you didn't like Randall from the Crystal Catcher family who talks like hi.
That would be when Val is trying very, very hard to not cause a civil war by just smashing this guy with her tail.
You look really pretty today.
Breathe one more time and see how pretty I look. Yeah.
Val wouldn't like that?
Uh-uh.
No, not at
No.
all?
No,
Okay.
not even the slightest.
Well, I guess that's understandable. Oh, that's hilarious. So, you like The Legend of Vox Machina so far?
I do.
Good. I'm looking forward to it as we go because I've only seen like the first couple episodes. I'd like to watch the whole series. This is how I watch TV now.
This is
Like
how
I
we're
just
watching it now. Just I force you and we force each other to sit down and just like we're watching this now. Okay.
Yep. So it's just like, hey, we need to watch this. So like, I don't watch I don't watch a whole lot of TV. So like, this is one of the ways I'm consuming media. So
Same.
it's just like hey, Ani, I need to watch the show. Can we watch it for the podcast so I actually watch it?
Yes. The answer
Just
is yes.
yes. So, but yeah. So I had a lot of fun watching the Legend of Vox Machina. I can't wait to watch some more. I really can't wait for them to release the Mighty Nine stuff. That'll be really cool. I don't know if they're doing like another series like this one, or if they're doing like a special or something. I didn't really read too far into it, but I'm
Who knows?
excited either way. I hope it's a series like this one, simply for the visuals I'll get to see of Wildmount, which is where our campaign takes place in. So I want that. So I want the visuals for where we're going. So, but it'll be a lot of fun to continue on and off with the series mixed with Helluva Boss. And yeah, so we'll switch those in and out here and there, and yeah, so it should be a lot of fun for everybody. I hope you guys enjoy this. This is kind of like a crossover between like our D&D stuff and our review stuff. So
We are
especially
now
because
reviewing a visual D&D.
yeah, especially because it's set in the same world our campaign is set in. So, um, but but yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it gives you, if you've never played D&D before, I hope this kind of like helps you get in that direction because D&D is a lot of fun. So
Right? I'm
a lot
having
of
so
fun,
much fun.
a lot of fun, even more chaos, and yeah. So. We will see you guys next time for our next episode, and be wild, be weird, play some D&D.
Yar!
Lord.
I
Okay.
don't ask. Tune in next week for more fuckery because we have some serious questions and concerns.